Hey guys, here we are once again. Just want to show you what I'm up to today. Tinkering around with some fenders for the back there, and just show you these here. You remember seeing this one, and this one's the one I already sectioned. Took 3.5 inches out of it. I took 2 inches out right here, and then I overlapped the metal 1/2 inch, so there's 2.5 inches I took out. Down here, this strip right here, I actually cut 1 inch out of the center here and then welded these two pieces back together. And I had to lengthen this piece here, and I had to add a little piece right here. And this is where I stopped. I just come down right here. And then when I put this piece back on, this piece here would have been out here. So it was rusty, so I just trimmed it down. Now I've got to put a filler piece right in there. Well, let's look at this fender. This was the one for the other side, and you can see I've started on that already. And I just want to show you how I did it, just in case some of you guys might want to try this. I just put the blue tape on there. That's 1 inch blue tape. I just ran it along, and then I just cut that out. We'll get rid of that. And down here on the bottom, another piece of 1 inch blue tape. I'm going to be cutting this bottom off, and then I'll be taking this piece, moving up to there, and I'll have to, where this white line is right here, I'll have to split that, move that forward, and move that up, move that forward, move that up to there, weld it back together. And as you can kind of see, a little hard to see, but basically just weld that back together. Now on this fender, this piece is stepped up, this piece is stepped down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to it's hard to do this one-handed, but I'm basically going to tuck that in there like that and weld that up. And that's exactly what I did here. It's kind of hard to see because this is rusty, but I basically laid this piece here under this piece and welded it. And like I said, you can see the 2.5 inches that are hanging down there in the front. That'll have to be trimmed off, just like I did right there. So anyways, next time you see these fenders, this one here will be all welded together. The paint will all be gone. It'll probably look like that or like that. I don't know that it'll be this rusty. It takes a little while to get that far, but it'll be about like that there. My back fenders, I've got them. I trimmed 3.5 inches off of the front there in front of the wheel, and then I stripped all the paint. And then these fenders here had a little bit of Bondo in them because the car that they were on must have been wrecked at some time, and they were dented up pretty good. And that one there's got a fair amount of rust holes in the bottom that I got to work on. And then I got to fill up that hole right there for where the gas filler would have been. Come around here. This fender here, believe it or not, is a very solid fender. I cut 3.5 inches off the bottom there. Just ground all the paint off. And this had a fair amount of Bondo in it too. Just dents and waves, no rust holes, very solid. A little bit of waviness going on right there, and there, and up there. Had a little bit of Bondo right there, you know, so it's obviously sideswiped something at some time. But anyways, that's what we got going on. So I just figured I'd share that with you. I don't know that anybody's interested or not, but you know, it's just an old school custom technique from the 50s and 60s called sectioning, where you're just basically cutting out a few inches of the body, welding it back together and thinning things up. And back in the day when they used to do all the top chops and everything, this was another method that they did, you know, basically just to make the car look lower and sleeker. So anyways, that's where we're at. See you next time.